Robyn from Anime America here. As I reviewed the winter 2013 animes, I will also go over the 2013 spring animes. There are some titles I'll leave out like Arata Kangatari and Attack on Titans because I will do separate videos for them. Why? Well, Arata is part of Yuatase month, and Attack on Titans is just one of those animes that just needs its own video. So here we go. Spring 2013 anime. Devil Survivor 2, the animation. This is an adaptation of the Nintendo DS game about a high school senior named Hibiki Kuze and his best friend Daiichi Shijima. Together, they discover a new website that will send videos of their friends' faces just before they die, only to receive videos of each other on the very spot where they're standing on. Oh crap! When sudden disaster strikes, the same site that foretold their doom allows them to summon demons they need to survive, and two friends along with classmate Nita are thrown into an uneasy alliance with a secret organization fighting to stop the end of the world. I will say, from the episodes I've seen, this is really good. It's weird how I thought this was a sequel to something, but apparently this is the first animation from the franchise. As in, the first game just wasn't popular enough to have its own show, but the sequel was. So, technically, if this show did win an award from us, it'd be legit, right? I mean, it's the first series from the franchise. It's called Devil Survivor 2 because it's based off the game. So does it count? Anyways, back to the story. It's kind of like Mirai and Nikki meeting, I don't know, Digimon. Using their phones, they can see their fate ahead of time and use digital demons to save them from dying. So it's pretty cool. You should definitely check it out. Gargantia on the Verdurous planet. I keep trying to say Verodius, I don't know why. While fighting an intense intergalactic war, Mega Pilot number 1,000,000 was accidentally warped into space-time neither he nor the computer of his mecha could recognize. After waking up from a long hibernation, he found himself trapped on a planet with human residents talking in an unknown form of language, Japanese, using inferior technologies and, most shocking to him, natural, breathable air. Oh my god! It's another mecha series we think we shouldn't care for, but I will say this is a decent one that grabbed my attention. And when a mecha anime does that, it already receives kudos. The animation is stellar, and the mecha suit is pretty creative, but I will say the story isn't that original. And by that, I mean the end of episode 1, you kind of feel like you're watching The Twilight Zone. What planet is this? Wait, is it? Dun dun dun! Overall, it's a decent mecha you should at least check out. Majestic Prince. In the later half of the 21st century, humans leave Earth and begin to live in space. In order to adapt to the environment in space and deal with the hostile aliens in Jupiter, genetically engineered children called princes are artificially raised and trained to be pilots of armed robots. This is a story about one of the teenage princes, Hitachi, who studies in an academic city of Gradzel. Can I add that I love the character design? It felt like I was watching modern retro with how they look, like a combination of Gargantia and Cyborg 009. It's pretty cool. And yet we have another story of human life is in danger. We need teenagers to handle the situation. Still, I'll admit the situation is a little more believable compared to, Evangelion. These princes were at least raised all their lives to fight. Shinji was whimpering in a corner for 11 years when his dad finally came back into the picture and gave him a mecha. I digress. Majestic Prince is a modern retro anime with sweet characters and an enjoyable plot. A plot that's been done to death, but it's still fun to watch. The Hentai Prince and the Stony Cat. Well, doesn't that sound fun? Yoto Yokodera is always thinking about his carnal desires, but no one acknowledges him as a pervert. He's lucky. He learns about a cat statue that supposedly grants wishes. The boy goes to pray that he will be able to express his lustful thought whenever and wherever he wants. Why would you ever do that? I don't know. At the statue, Yoto encounters Tsukiko, a girl from his school with her own wish that she would not display her real intentions so readily. This is practically a paradise for perverts, being able to be honest with your sexual desires to the open public without any consultation. Sure, he gets into trouble with his perversion, but it's excused in the end. Is it funny? Well, seeing how far he can go with his perverted nonsense can be amusing. I'll put it that way. It's a weird concept that gets a few laughs, so check it out if you're interested. Mushi Bugyo. In an alternate feudal era Japan, giant insects known as mushi started appearing and attacking people 100 years before, and since then, they bring terror and death to the country. To counter the threat to the mushi, the shogunate establishes the city patrol, who acts under the name Mushi Magistrate, or Mushi Bugyo, to assemble warriors strong enough to fight them. The story follows Jinbei Tsukishima, a young and cheerful samurai who was the newest member of the city patrol, answering a summon to his father by the magistrate. But as he is not able to fight anymore, Jinbei takes the burden of protecting Edo from the mushi in his father's place. In short, the anime is pretty action-packed, and the animation is unlike anything I've seen. Kinda reminds me of Shaman King with the art a little bit. It was a lot of fun for me to watch, but for some of you with a weak stomach, the scenes with the bug demons, they can be a little gruesome and graphic. If you can handle that and are in a good mood to watch some good action, check out Mushi Bugyo. My teen romantic comedy Snafu. It's just what the title says. Hachiman Hikigaya is an anti-social high school student with no friends or girlfriend, and as a result, has a distorted view on life. When he sees his classmates talking excitedly about their adolescent lives, he mutters, "They're a bunch of liars." When he is asked about his future dreams, he responds, "Not working." Oh, the dream for us all. A teacher gets Hachiman to join the volunteer service club, which happens to have the school's prettiest girl, Yuki no Shita. Yuki no Shita. Originality for the win. Another anime attacking anti-social kids. Nothing too original here, but the characters are pretty funny themselves. What more can I say? It's pretty funny, and the characters are good. But again, the plot is nothing special. By the way, SNAFU is an acronym for Situation, Normal, All Fucked Up. It's Japan getting away with using the F-bomb in their title. The show just got more points. Photo Kano. Kazuya Maeda is a high school student who just received a digital camera from his father. Motivated by this new hobby, he enters the school photography club. This gives him the opportunity to see several new perspectives towards the girls near him. Giggity. It's a female harem and a guy with a camera. Nothing else. The one thing I find weird is how every girl on the show is desperate to have their photos taken by this guy. Really? You girls have smartphones, you never heard of selfies? But yeah, it's one guy with a camera taking pictures of any pretty girl he sees. It's like Pokemon Snap, but sexier. That just sounded bad. It's not my cup of tea, but it was made for someone else. If you like harems and cameras, watch Photo Kano. The Severing Crime Edge. Alright, I'm just gonna say this at first. This one's really good. Killing goods are murder weapons handed down from generation to generation within the families of their owners. They are cursed to compel their current owners to repeat the original murders. The curse also makes them indestructible. Kiri Haimura is the current owner of a pair of shears that can cut seemingly anything, although the only thing he wants to do is cut hair. Well, everybody needs a hobby. One day he meets Iwa Mushinokoji, a girl of whom he has only heard from rumors that her hair cannot be cut. A girl who can grant one wish, any wish, but only to the person who murders her. Wait, what? Every morning he cuts her hair, which grows back every night. And every day he helps protect her from people who know about her curse and who want a wish granted. Wow. A very good and original concept that borders slightly on the horror side. I love everything about this show and really love the characters. You feel bad for the cursed people and just want to watch more of it to see what will happen to them. Will they kill the poor girl? Will Kitty protect her from anything? As each weapon gets more and more dangerous, what will happen to Kitty and EY? It's chilling and a little creepy, but it's an anime I highly recommend for 2013. Zettai Boye Leviathan. The story is set in Aqua Fall, a fantasy world, what a shocker, abound with water and greenery and populated by dragons and fairies. Suddenly, meteorites bring forth evil creatures that threaten all living things on the planet. The fairy, Syrup, assembles the Aquafall Defense Force with 3 girls of the Dragon Clans as recruits. The story follows Syrup and the Dragon Girls, Leviathan, Bahamut, and Jormungand, as they work together to battle enemies and grow up. Well, doesn't this sound good? Move aside, Attack on Titans. Zettai Boya Leviathan's the one. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. So, Dragon Girls, huh? I'll just keep this short and say this really is an original. Another cutesy anime with characters that look like other characters. Can we say Ray Earth, people? Come on. Come on. Ray Earth. Ray Earth. Anybody? Come on. We remember Ray Earth. Right? And why are we turning badass dragons into cutesy little girls who are scared of bugs? Eee, it's a bug! Whack it, whack it! You're missing it! And we have another Oni-san girl. Yeah, little Miss Leviathan misses her Oni-san so much, she has to look up into the sky and say, Oni-san. Is that still cute nowadays? It's getting kind of old, and this idea is dated. Not too original, but I can't stop you from watching it. I'll say this, though. It's not as bad as Aosekai no Chushinde. Ooh. So that's it. All the 2013 spring anime I've watched. I'm just getting started on the summer titles, especially a certain swimming one everyone's flipping out for. What was it called again? Coming up soon will be our review of Attack on Titans and the top 32 sexy men and women of anime. So until then, stay tuned to Anime America.